Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? It's time for the weekly results video. Are you ready? I'm going to do as many as I can. Bearing in mind we've got big talking points in the Premier League, in the Bundesliga, in where else? Definitely in Spain. A couple of divisions have finished or are finishing. Got the MLS final to talk about as well, and the end of the K-League and J-League. And I've added, at your request, the Honduran League. And we're doing the league, the Cypriot League. I think it's that one. So, look out for those ones as well today. Okay, let's start where we always start, with the Premier League. And I'll try and do as much as I can of each league, but obviously I don't have 3 hours spare. So I try and alternate week in, week out. Okay, Liverpool at top. There's a very good reason for this. We'll look at those results in just a second. Arsenal second, Aston Villa third. We'll talk about them quite a lot, I think, in a second. Man City fourth, Tottenham fifth, and Man United sixth, Newcastle seventh, joint with Brighton. Fulham up to 10th, Chelsea down to 12th, Everton out of the relegation spots, Luton, Burnley, Sheffield United down there. Okay, let's have a look at the results. So, crucially, we should mention that West Ham won in the derby, and Everton hammered Newcastle 3-0. That was the Thursday, and we cannot ignore the fact that in the Wednesday game, Aston Villa beat Man City with a total masterclass of tactics. Bournemouth won, Brighton won, Fulham hammered Nottingham Forest, Liverpool won, and Man United beat Chelsea in a really fun game to watch, actually. Okay, so Liverpool are top. Why? They beat Crystal Palace 2-1. Elliott scoring a 91st minute winner away from home. Brighton, Burnley 1-1. Okay, so Bournemouth hammered Man United at Old Trafford. When I was growing up, this sort of thing was impossible. People were terrified of going to Old Trafford. Solanke, Billing and Senesi with a cracking win. Well done. Sheffield United won. They got a goal through McAtee. 1-0. Against Brentford. Nottingham Forest and Wolves drew. Cunha and Toffolo. And Aston Villa on this insane run at the minute, beating Arsenal 1-0. Can they win the title? Yes, of course they can. Aston Villa's run has been so impressive. Let's have a quick look. Arsenal, Man United, Tottenham. What else have they beaten this season? 6-1 against Brighton, which is like impossible. Chelsea. Okay, they lost to Liverpool, fair enough. Curiously, apart from Liverpool, the losses, and the opening day against Newcastle, the only points they've dropped have been against teams supposedly that should be struggling, like Everton, Wolves, Nottingham Forest, and Bournemouth, whereas they're beating Man City and Arsenal. Maybe just the way that they set up means that they're better against the sort of larger teams. I can't remember the actual statistic, but something like for the calendar year of 2023, so the end of last season, the beginning of this, Aston Villa would be something like either first or second in the league. And I think of the teams currently in the Premier League, Nottingham Forest would be bottom, but obviously they weren't relegated because there were 3 other teams that were worse than them, weren't there? Fulham won another big game. It started to click again I was hoping it would. Wilson on the score sheet again. Very happy as a Welshman. Luton narrowly lost to Man City. I really admire their defensive play. Sorry, I nearly missed it. Everton winning again to get out of the bottom three. 2-0 to Gouret and Tobin. And Tottenham back to winning ways at last, at the expense of injury-stricken Newcastle. So that was 4-1. Richarlison getting 2 goals, which he needed, frankly. And they're playing again on Friday. I'll be looking forward to watching that match against Nottingham Forest away. Okay. Just looking to see any big matches. Oh, nothing important happening on Sunday. I think last season Liverpool won 7-0, didn't they? The form Man United are in, I'm not sure. Will it be something similar? Will it be 4-5? Liverpool flying at the second. But derbies, you never know. Weird things happen. Okay, it's the Premier League. Championship. Oh, they've gone back. Ipswich were top. They play tonight then. Where are they? Leicester beat Millwall tonight to go back to the top. Sunderland beat Leeds, which is good on, because Leeds are so in form. Swansea get their 4th point out of 6, 4 points in 2 games under their caretaker manager, Darling with the 89th minute equaliser against Stoke. Blackburn beat Bristol City 2-1. And what's that? Oh, that was last Saturday, okay. Last Saturday, so Friday we saw Coventry beat Birmingham. Leeds beat Blackburn 2-0. Dan James scoring at Somerville. Sunderland won again 2-1. Cardiff beat Millwall 1-0. Gutas. Huddersfield, Bristol 1-1. Leicester beat Plymouth 4-0. 2 goals for Mavididi. Huddersfield drew with Bristol. Leicester, Plymouth we've talked about. Ipswich beat Middlesbrough. Chaplin and Hutchinson with the goals. Norwich, Preston 0-0. QPR beat Hull 2-0. Willock and Chair. And then Rotherham. Yay. Lost to Swansea. Patino and Yates. And look at this, my favourite thing. 70% possession. God, what was Michael Duff doing? Like, crazy. I was watching and I was like, how can we play at home and get 45% possession? What is he doing? Stoke losing to Sheffield Wednesday. Good news for them. Musabo in the 91st minute goal. Watford, Southampton 1-1. And then those results midweek. Highlights. Leeds losing, Ipswich winning. Cardiff lost to Birmingham at home. Bakuna with a goal. Typically used to play for Cardiff. Southampton 1-1 with Coventry at Dozy. So Coventry are doing quite well. Where are they in the table then? Both these teams. Southampton 4th. Coventry is starting to pick up points then and momentum. It's not great news for these clubs here. Because they're a big team and they did well last season. And then Middlesbrough lost at home to Hull. Delap and Tufan putting them just outside the promotion playoff spots. Let's have a look at this table for a second. So Leicester have fallen from their invincible position, but they are still top. Ipswich fighting neck and neck. The usual is this story every year, isn't it? Top 2 usually done. And then the playoffs. They're usually like 2 teams are in a completely different league to everyone else every year. 10-point gap between the very impressive Leeds and Ipswich. Southampton are in 4th. they've got a very good manager. I think that they would be, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the ex-Swansea manager. And he plays such attractive football. Let's see, the squad. I mean, they've got some really good players here. Ryan Manning, ex-Swansea as well. Bednarek, really good. Walker Peters, Holgate. Although, is he not playing or something? Or am I just getting confused with something else? Yeah, he's not playing. So Everton are talking about recalling him. Armstrong, Aribo, Smallbone, Downs, Alcaraz, Charles. Ryan Fraser is a good player. Adam Armstrong is another good player. Che Adams. Really, really good squad. And then you've got Sunderland, who nearly did it last year. Leeds would obviously be the favourites, I think, because of their spending power and their sort of history and who they bought this summer. But you can't class any of these as having no chance at all. And in the playoffs, you know, it's like a cup game. Anything can happen. I mean, that's why they do it, and that's why it's just not the top three get promoted and that's it. Hull are much higher than I thought they were, 33, so they're basically in the playoff spots, but not on goal difference. Preston having a good season. Blackburn have lost 10, but they've won 10. So basically, they don't draw. They just lose or win. Cardiff are going to be there and thereabouts. They're only a win away. Norwich too. So many massive teams. Watford, huge team. Middlesbrough, huge team. Coventry. And then little old Swansea down at 17th. But that's not the scary thing, because Stoke are below them, Millwall, and QPR, Sheffield Wednesday, huge teams. Huddersfield. Plymouth are doing quite well, actually, considering. Okay. We'll pop in on League One, but I want to get to Europe, so Portsmouth top, Bolton second, Stevenage in third, Peterborough, Oxford and Derby. How did Stevenage do this week? They beat Burton Albion away, Hemmings and Reed. Well done. Cambridge drew with Charlton, two other really big teams. Ooh, Peterborough beat Oxford. And Reading lost at home to Barnsley. Where are Reading? Are they struggling? Oh god, they're in relegation. Wow, they are too big to go down, you'd think, but no one is too big to go down. And League 2, Wrexham now second, same points as Barrow, who are doing really well. Stockport County top. Newport in 15th. To the bottom, Forest Green and Sutton United. Newport lost away to Tranmere 2-1. Wrexham, Forest Green was postponed. I can't think why that was. Was it the weather? Okay, some games called off. Notts County lost at home to Walsall 2-1. Grimsby beat Crewe 2-1. And Wimbledon beat Swindon 4-0. Okay, National League. We'll pop in very quickly. Chesterfield still top by quite some way. Maybe it's going to be their year. Down the bottom, still the same crowd. And how did they do this week? Again, lots of games called off. Yeah, I think it's because of the weather. And the National North and South, Scunthorpe narrowly ahead in the north, with Bishop's Stortford at the bottom, and Yeovil, Yeovil, yeah, 7 points ahead at the top of the south. So Havant and Waterlooville bottom. Okay. Women's Super League, some big results this week as well. Bristol still up off the bottom after a slow start. So there was this game. 4-0 winners, Manchester United over Tottenham. Mallard with 2 goals, 2-0 Lad. That's a massive result, particularly because Manchester United are chasing the top of the pack. But I thought the Tottenham would put up more of a fight than that. Other results: Arsenal beat Chelsea. Russo with 2 goals, including a penalty. This was 4-1. Brighton, Leicester 2-2. And on Saturday, Manchester City beat Aston Villa 2-1. 2 goals from Lauren Hemp. Liverpool, however, could only draw with Bristol. Haug and Threstrup. And Everton won against the bottom team West Ham, home guard with a goal. Small game on Saturday. Even smaller game on Sunday. So this weekend's going to be quite interesting. Okay, let's go to Serie A. Inter still top, and Roma have broken into the top 4. Bologna, however, were in 4th until Roma's result. We'll have a look at that result in a second. Napoli starting to gather pace under the new manager. Fiorentina not far away. They could have gone 4th with a win, but they drew with Roma. Big result for Atalanta this week as well. Lazio in 10th. I think even Lazio will consider the top 4 still a possibility at this stage. They're only a win away. It's very tight in the top 10. Monza happy to be amongst them. And Empoli, Verona and Salernitana at the bottom. So on Monday, Cagliari beat Sassuolo 2-1. Empoli, Lecce 1-0. Roma, Fiorentina 1-0. With the usual shenanigans. How many sendings off? Zalewski got sent off. Lukaku got sent off. Nikola Milenkovic on the pitch. Wasn't even on the pitch and he got sent off. So, usual game for Roma. They were winning quite comfortably 1-0, to be honest. Then Zalewski got sent off for a second yellow card, and Fiorentina almost immediately scored. Yeah, it was the same minute. 2 minutes later. I actually felt that Fiorentina deserved to win it in the end. Okay, other results were Juve beat Napoli on Friday night. Gatti with the goal. Federico Gatti. And then Saturday, Verona drew with Lazio. Henry and Zaccagni. Atalanta, like I said, beat AC Milan. Lookman with 2 goals and Muriel. 95th minute winner, Giroud and Jovic for Milan. Inter beat Udinese 4-0. Another goal from Lautaro Martinez. Frosinone, Torino 0-0. Monza got another win against Genoa this time, Motta. Salernitana lost home to Bologna, who are chasing Champions League. 2 goals for Xerxes, who the rumours are saying some of the really big clubs are looking at him. Juve, for example, Milan. And we've looked at the Roma result and the other 2. So that is Serie A this week. Quick peek at Serie B. Parma atop. Venezia 2nd. But look at Como. They are 3rd. Catanzaro, Cremonese, Cittadella, Modena and Palermo. Bari just outside us are Brescia and Samp. Pisa, Spezia are down in 18th, shockingly. Samp did win this week, though. Esposito with 2 goals for Pirlo's team. Parma and Palermo drew 3-3. And Como beat Modena 2-1. Okay, let's go to the Bundesliga, where we can see Bayern have a game in hand because they're heavy snow, but they are 4 points off the pace, so they can't get top if they win it. Something also shocking happened as well. This week we'll take a look at Stuttgart 3rd, Leipzig 4th, Dortmund in 5th now, 4 points away from Leipzig. And so Friday, Hoffenheim beat Bochum, but that's the big result. Frankfurt beating Bayern 5-1. I haven't seen the game, but I've heard people talk about it, and they said that Bayern tried to stop the high press, but it just didn't work apparently. Frankfurt just hammered them basically, and Bayern made substitutions at half time, took off both their left and right backs, but it didn't do anything. Look at that, that's absolutely shocking. Neuer 3.7 rating, Goretzka 4.9. Yeah, playing Choupo-Moting through the middle just did not work. Well done to Frankfurt, and Heidenheim beat Darmstadt 3-2. Union Berlin beat Mönchengladbach 3-1. Werder Bremen beat Augsburg 2-0. Wolfsburg lost at home to Freiburg. Another goal for Gregoritsch 1-0. And Dortmund lost at home to Leipzig. In that battle for 4th place, Leipzig definitely won that on the day. Poulsen scored in the 91st minute, but Füllkrug tried to get one back in the 93rd, but it was too late. And then Leverkusen did mess up a little bit. They could have gone even further ahead of Bayern, but the very good Stuttgart stopped them with a 1-1 draw. And lastly, important point for Cologne against Mainz, 0-0. Are they still bottom? Cologne and Mainz are both down there, but Darmstadt are in 18th. St. Pauli are top, Holstein Kiel in 2nd, Hamburger in 3rd, Düsseldorf, Hannover, Hertha Berlin, Paderborn, Nuremberg. Schalke out to the relegation spot, I'm happy to say. And Rostock, Eintracht, Braunschweig and Osnabrück are done in their relegation spots. Kaiserslautern dangerously close. Düsseldorf actually lost Holstein Kiel 1-0, Nuremberg 1 away to Elversberg with a goal from Hayashi 1-0. St. Pauli only actually drew against bottom team Osnabrück 1-0. Okay, let's go to Turkey, where obviously massive controversy this week. The best referee in Turkey on FIFA's elite list for international competitions got punched in the face by the club president. I don't think they'll have it on here, but it was pretty shocking. And after coming out of hospital and the club president being arrested by the police for assault, the referee has quit his job. He's retired from refereeing, which is incredible, and I feel really sorry for him. I haven't seen the video, but by all accounts, after punching him in the face and knocking him to the floor, they carried on, and one or two people actually kicked him on the floor, apparently. So, yeah, just too much pressure on referees, I think. And basically football doesn't work without referees, so if they decide to retire, quit, go on strike, then there'll be no football. So I think we need to show them a little bit more respect for a very difficult job. Just because of all the money involved in football now, you lose 1 point when you think you shouldn't have, and you miss out on Champions League and, you know, however million that brings in. You could lose your job, you could get sacked, etc. for not finishing second or whatever you're supposed to. And the club might go into administration because it doesn't have the money it needs to pay. So it's all to do with money at the end of the day, but it's not the referee's fault. Anyway, back to the football. It's a 2-horse race. The news out of Besiktas this week is that they've sent 5 of their foreign players to train with the reserves and told them that they're not needed. They want to change the culture of the squad. Amongst them is Abu Bakr, and Rezal as well, I believe. So I'm not sure what's happened behind the scenes, but they are not happy at all. Remembering that Oxlade-Chamberlain plays here as well. Bailly is one of the players that's been told he's not training with the main squad. Partly due to the fact that they've dropped off to 5th now, and the top 2 are running away. But at least there's a competition between them. These games were called off as a result of what happened on the Saturday, I believe. So, oh yeah, that's this weekend. So this weekend there's going to be no football that we know of at the second. So Friday, Galatasaray beat Adana Demirspor 3-1. Goals from Boe, Atakolu and Icardi. And then Antalyaspor beat Fatih Karagümrük 2-1. Samsunspor beat Kasım Pasha 4-2. Besiktas lost at home to Fenerbahce in the derby. Oxlade-Chamberlain but Dzeko, Tadic and Szymański. Istanbulspor lost to Alanyaspor 1-0. Başakşehir beat Hatayspor 1-0. Kayserispor beat Pendikspor 2-0 and Trab beat Gaziantep 3-1. And Karakucu drew with Rizespor 1-0. I think that's the match it happened in, but I'm not sure. It seems like it's happened after the final whistle there. And Sivasspor beat Konyaspor 1-0. Okay, on to Holland, where nothing controversial ever happens. Ajax up to 5th. PSV, officially the only side in any of the leagues in Europe to have full points and not so much as a draw. So well done to PSV, 10 points ahead of our current champions Feyenoord. And Volendam are down the bottom. Let's have a look at results. Utrecht got some very important points there with a 2-0 win over Go Ahead Eagles. Jensen and Ramselaar. And then Akkar beat Almere City 4-1. Ajax beat Sparta Rotterdam 2-1 with goals from Bobby and Bergwijn. And Twente beat Excelsior 4-2. Feyenoord beat Volendam 3-1. Timber, Jimenez and Paixão with 2 goals in injury time. PSV with Guus Til and Pepi scoring 2 goals against Heer and Veen. That was on Thursday. Okay, Allsvenskan has finished La Liga. Something big happened. You'll notice that, not for the first time this season, Girona are top. They had a watershed moment, I would say. We'll look at it in a second. But take note, Real are second, Atleti are third, Barcelona are now 4th. 5 points ahead of Athletic Club and Real Sociedad of the Basque Country. Betis are in 7th, Valencia now on 11th, Villarreal 13th, Sevilla having another shocker down in 16th, Celta Vigo, Granada and Almeria in the relegation spots. So why did Girona have a good weekend? Because they beat Barcelona in Camp Nou. So people were asking, are Aston Villa title contenders? And I said yes. Are Girona title contenders? Absolutely yes. That is a very difficult place to get a win. And to get 4 goals there. I really hope that this comes to fruition and we have at least something different happen in Spain this year other than Barcelona and Real Madrid win, with the odd Atleti victory in every couple of, every 10 years. So Tovbik, Gutierrez, Fernandez and Stuani with the goals against Lewandowski and Gundogan. And if you consider the difference in those squads and the money that Barcelona have paid, Girona are doing a sensational job. They do have 2 absolute talents there from Ukraine, Tsigankov and Tovbik. Savio is also sensational, but he's a 19-year-old. Where did they pick him up from? With PSV apparently. Oh, Atletico Mineiro, my club in Brazil. I didn't realise Savio was a youngster there. Daily Blind. Fantastic. Athletic Club. This was a horrible incident. So basically they were playing on Sunday. Iñaki Williams scored, and about 25 minutes into the match it had to be abandoned because someone in the crowd had a heart attack, and it turned out they actually passed away. So they abandoned the match entirely and played it on the Monday night instead. And they picked up from where they left off. And then Granada managed to get a goal, so it ended 1-1. After doing a couple of things to sort of honour the person that had passed away the day before. How terrible. Atletico Madrid beat Almeria 2-1. Mallorca beat struggling Sevilla 1-0. Larin with a goal. Sociedad beat Villarreal 3-0. Merino, Zubimendi and Kubo. Real Madrid could only draw against Betis 1-0. Bellingham, the makeshift striker. And Getafe beat Valencia 1-0. In La Liga 2, Leganés are still top, Valladolid second, down the bottom Alcorcón. Key results: Eibar, Andorra 2-2. Elche lost down to Cartagena 2-1. Any other really big results? Espanyol, Real Zaragoza 1-0. Leganés, Eldense 1-0. Rabat and Ortuno. Let's go to France. So Paris Saint-Germain, after a slow start, are now 4 points ahead of Nice and 6 ahead of Monaco, who they thrashed the other week. Lille are in 4th, Brest and Marseille in 6th, and Lyon are still bottom, but at least they got some points to their name. Rennes, who had to change manager, really, with the squad they have, should be challenging for the title, but they're in 13th. So Nice beat Reims 2-1. Laborde and Boga. And what are the key results? Lyon having a little bit of a change in luck with a hat-trick from Lacazette, former Arsenal man. Marseille beat Lorient 4-2. 2 more goals from Aubameyang, another Arsenal player, and Mbemba, former Newcastle player. Paris Saint-Germain beat Nantes 2-1. Mouani with the winner on the 83rd minute. Rennes lost at home to Champions League chasing Monaco 2-1. Fofana with the winner there. And Montpellier drew with Lens 0-0. Okay, I believe Russia is on its winter break. So one set of results before their winter break. I say winter break, I mean winter break, they don't come back until March. So, Lokomotiv beat Ural 2-0. My Spartak beat Karelia Sovetov 3-0, another goal from Quincy Promise. Akhmat drew with Rostov 0-0. Zenit beat Nizhny Novgorod 1-0, a goal from Kasierra. Fakel Dinamo 1-0. Sochi Orenburg 1-0. Baltika lost home to Rubin 1-0. And Krasnodar, title chasing Krasnodar beating CSKA 1-0. Krivtsov. Let's have a look at the table again. So Krasnodar are top by 2 points over Zenit. Spartak are in 5th. CSKA in 8th. Rostov, who I said would be in the top 6. 11th. Baltic and Sochi down in 15th and 16th. And that's the end of them until March. Okay, the Premiership in Scotland then. Celtic had a little bit of a bad weekend, if I remember correctly, yes. Killie beat them 2-1, congrats Killie. Kennedy with the winner in the 87th minute. So they're still top, as their first loss of the season under Brendan Rodgers. 5 points ahead now of Rangers. St Mirren in 3rd. Killie up to 5th as a result of that. Moving Hearts to 6th. And Livingston down the bottom. Rangers beat Dundee FC 3-1. Dessers, Tavernier and Seema with the goals. I really like that Dessers. Aberdeen beat Hearts 2-1. Miovski's another player I quite like, and he scored the equaliser, and then Clarkson scored in the 92nd minute to win it for the home team. And that's your key results from Scotland. Okay, let's move to Belgium. Union Saint-Gilloise now 6 points ahead at the top. That's ahead of Anderlecht. Royal Antwerp, the current holding champions, are in 4th. Club Brugge have moved into the top 6 now, putting Cercle Brugge into the middle group. And down the bottom, Kasseupe, Westerlo, Leuven and Kortrijk, who one of you told me has just sacked their manager as well. I'm pretty sure they weren't expecting to be done there. Key results then. Kortrijk lost home to Westerlo 2-1. Antwerp beat Cercle Brugge 3-1 away. Gent beat Molenbeek 4-0. 4 different scorers. Club Brugge could only draw with Mechelen. Genk won away 3-1. Anderlecht could only draw with Standard Liège. 2 goals for Dreya, but Kawabe and Kanga with the goals for Liège. And Saint-Gilloise won away from home at Sporting Charleroi 3-1. Amoura and Terho with the goals. Sorry, it's Belgium. I think Superliga has also finished, yes, until February. So the key results here, and they were key results because Copenhagen now find themselves in 3rd spot. I suppose what's worse is their rivals, Brøndby, are above them in 2nd spot, and Midtjylland are at the top. And I can't see a way back for Vidore. They lost to Brøndby 4-0. But Copenhagen lost at home to Aarhus. Ashuri with the goal, but Poulsen and Tinkaya with the away goals. Midtjylland beat Silkeborg 4-1 away from home. 2 goals for Francolino. I think that's Copenhagen's second loss. Yeah, they lost to Viborg last time. But they got through the Champions League and we'll be talking about that soon. So well done to them. Second time they've done it in their club's history. Okay, Portugal. I'm pretty sure they don't break. No, but... No, they play right the way through actually. They don't even have a tiny break. Okay, so Saturday, Friday we saw Braga beat Vizela. Benfica could only draw with Farense. 1-1, probably because they were thinking about the Champions League. Silva and Falcao. And then Famalicão Portimonense drew. Sporting lost away to Guimarães. 3-2. Goals for the home team, Silva, Andre and a different Silva. Porto did not slip up though. They beat Casapia 3-1. Evan Nielsen, Pedro and Pepe. Can't believe Pepe is still scoring. How old is he? Like 40. And he's a defender. 40, yes. How many goals has he got this season? 1 goal, okay. But he also got one in the Champions League this year, I think, as well, didn't he? He scores a surprising number of goals. Boavista lost 3-1. And Aruca 2-0 with Rio Ave. Estoril beat Chaves 4-0. And then on the Monday, Gil Vicente, sorry, I was singing in my Brazilian accent, drew with Moreirense of 1-1. Sporting are top, but Porto have, with their little slip up, excuse me. It's very tight at the top. Look, even Braga are in with it, in with the chance. And at the bottom are Aruca, surprisingly. But again, there's 3 of them with 10 points. Okay, we'll skip through the next couple, but we'll just check in on them. In the Ekstraklasa, Słonsk, Wrocław are still top. Białystok are second, Poznań third, and holding current champions Raków Częstochowa are in 4th. Legia Warszawa in 5th, and Łódź are bottom. How did Słonsk do this week? Big match between those two, 4-2 for Białystok over Raków Częstochowa. Słonsk could only get a 0-0 draw with Korona Kielce. Okie dokie. And Lech lost home to Piast Gliwice 1-0. Super League. No stopping for the Super League, they still go. The weather's too nice, I guess. And Olympiacos only drew 2-0 with Volos. Now Volos, are they bottom? No. 11th. So Panathinaikos are top, Athens. AAK Athens second, PAOK third, and Olympiacos are actually 4th. Panathinaikos beat Crete 4-0. 2 goals for Ioannidis. And PAOK beat Lamia 3-0. AAK beat Aris 1-0. Go from Vida. The Croatian, I believe. Okie Czechia. Oh, Sparta pulling away. That's interesting. So they've been neck and neck for a long time. Oh, okay. They played 1 game fewer, so they could be back to 45, so within 2 points. And on the bottom, yeah, still the same teams. So Wednesday there were extra games, and Slavia Prague beat Mlada Boleslav on the weekend, Olesh and Jurecka 2-0. Victoria Pilsen beat bottom side Dynamo České 5-0. And Sparta Prague beat Jablonec 3-0. Another goal for Raslin. Okay. Switzerland, the young boys are back on top now, 4 points ahead of Zurich. And Basel are not bottom any longer. They are up to 11th. Young boys beat St. Gallen 3-0 and Same with 2 goals. I watched them in the Champions League this week and I thought they were quite good, actually, really impressive. Basel lost home to Grasshopper 1-0. Lugano beat Winterthur. Zurich could only draw with Luzern 1-0, Okita and Clichy. And Norway has finished, right? Yeah, they finished a week ago. I remember Portuguese won the league. Northern Ireland, so Linfield with a game in hand are still top over Larne, and Newry are down the bottom. Linfield beat Dungan and Swift 4-3. Load of goal scorers there, but 2 for Annette. Larne beat Glenavon 4-1, 4 different scorers. And that was on the Friday, so Friday, Saturday, yeah, okay. Okay, so that is the Northern Irish Premiership. Ireland is finished. Let's go to Wales. Tina still top, 6 points and 2 games ahead of Connors Key. Pontypridd are now bottom now, 7 points only for them. They had a points deduction, so Aberystwyth should have been bottom. There was an issue with paying players' wages, and apparently if there's any more incidents, they'll be deducted 137 points or something ridiculous. So, yeah, I think they might be relegated. We had an incident last year where a side got relegated with minus points, so Airbus got -4. I think it'll be really embarrassing if we have a team this year with minus 137. So, be good. Connors Key actually beat Barrytown 7-0 and had 7 different scorers. And then Colwyn, oh, that was on the Wednesday, so previous set of results, but Connors Key won again. TNS beat Aberystwyth, who were bottom at the time, 3-2. And they'll be playing Penabont this weekend. Okay, Romania. So, Steaua Bucharest, top still, 5 points ahead of Cluj. And at the bottom you've got Botoșani. And key results, Dinamo Bucharest, who are not at the bottom anymore, they've moved up. Oh, just to 15th though. So still in the danger zone. They lost 1-0 to Universitatea Cluj. Nistor with the goal. And Sepsi beat Oțelul Galați 3-2. And on Sunday, the top 2 drew 1-1, Cluj and Steaua. Tacht Sidis and Olaru with the goals. Next up, Croatia. Hajduk Split are still top. Dinamo Zagreb have got 2 games in hand, so they could get up to 39 points, currently on 33. Rijeka have slumped a little bit and gone down to 3rd from second place. Rijeka lost, that's why, at home to Slaven 4-2. Dinamo Zagreb beat Rudez 1-0 with a goal from Kulenovic. And Hajduk Split could only draw with Lokomotiva 1-1. Ben Rao with the goal. Austria then. Salzburg are top, Sturm second, Lask third, and Austria is now still down the bottom with just 3 points, 3 draws. Haven't got a win yet. Sturm Graz beat Altach 1-0, Jatta with a goal. Lask beat bottom team Austria Lustenau 3-1, Boateng, Uso and Lubicic. And Salzburg beat Rapid Vienna 1-0 away from home, Piatkowski with the goal. So Israel is back playing, I believe. Yeah, they are. So Maccabi are top, Maccabi Tel Aviv, Hapoel Haifa are second, and Hapoel Jerusalem are bottom. How did Maccabi do this week? They won away at Bnei Sachnin 3-2. Kanichovsky, Neil and Zahavi with the goals. Maccabi Haifa drew with Beta Jerusalem 1-1. And Hapoel Tel Aviv could only get a draw against Hapoel Hadera. Okay, on to Hungary. Bakshi are still top, Ferencváros are still second and chasing, and Puskás have actually dropped to fourth now from third, but still with the same, it's on goal difference basically. Kisvárda are bottom. Ferencváros lost to Bakshi in the battle at the top, 3-2, Pap, Koneves and Sabo. With the goal to the home team and Ferencváros, Marquinhos and Listes. Not enough though to get a draw. Meanwhile in North Macedonia, we've got Struga top, but it's Shkupi are nearly there. Shkendi are in third. Vardar Skopje is still bottom, but catching up. How did Struga do this week? They beat Pekalnica Stip 2-1, 92nd minute winner, you gotta love it, haven't you? And Shkendia beat Silex 3-1. Okay, so I've added Cyprus. Hapoel Nicosia are top, Ammonia Nicosia second, Aris Limassol, who gave Rangers quite a lot of trouble in Europe, they are third. Down the bottom are Doha, Katokopia. How did Apoel do this week? They beat AZ Sakakio 3-1. 95th minute goal as well. Aris Limassol actually lost Larnaca 2-1. Late on goal by Kaju. And Ammonia Nicosia beat Nia Salamis 2-0 away from home. Oops, I've missed Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan, Karabakh still top, Zira second, Neftchi are in third, Kabbalah still bottom. Oh no, Kabas. Yeah, no, Kabas were up last week, good thing. Oops, I've gone to Sabah. Fixtures. Yes, they played on the weekend. So Karabakh actually won 6-1 away to Sumqayet with 5 different scorers, 2 goals for Andrade. I would say Andrade. And Kabas actually won against Kabbalah, so that's not good news for Kabbalah at the bottom of the table there. And FG beat Toran Tobuz 3-2. Ukraine still got the situation where Shakhtar and Dinamo are not at the top. Krivbas and Dnipro on 34 points are there. How did they do this week? Krivbas could only draw against Soria, who was struggling down the bottom of the table. Surprisingly, because they finished like third last year, I think. Shakhtar beat Veres 2-0. Kreskiv and Zubkov with the goals. Kiev beat Metalist 4-2. 3 different scorers. Voloshin got 2. Very interesting this season. Oh, that was the other week, so Dinamo won again. Yeah, 2-0. Benito and Vanat penalty. Kazakhstan's finished. Bulgaria did play. Chernimoria are top. Ludogorets are catching them now, though. They've gone above third place CSKA Sofia on goal difference. Big goal difference as well, plus 36. Etar are still bottom. Chernimoria, how did they do this week? Levski won away 1-0. Chernimoria beat Slavia Sofia 3-0. 2 goals for Fernandes. And Ludogorets beat Botev 5-0. That's why their goal difference is so good. 2 goals for Piotrowski. To Bosnia then. Borats are still top above Zrinski and Sarajevo. And Zvezda are still bottom. Borats, how did they do this week? Zrinski won 2-0 away from home. Ivanic and Biblia. And so Selesnica lost home to Veles Mostar on Friday. Sarajevo won 3-0. Where is it? Borut. They play tomorrow against Bosusia. Bosusia are 7th. Okay, next. Armenia. So Punic drew with Ararat 2-2. So they are still top by 6 points. How did Noah do? Noah beat BKMA 2-0. Miranyan and Movsesian. Chirac down the bottom, so Van have now moved up. And we got here Serbia. So Red Star are still top, only on goal difference above Partizan Belgrade, Beograd. Bachka Topola and 3rd. And Ratnik Surdulica still bottom. How did Red Star do? Crvena Zvezda. Vojvodina beat Napredak 2-0. And Crvena Zvezda beat Mladost 3-1. Goals from Kataj, Mijatovic and Huang. Bachka Topola could only get a 0-0 draw away from home against Radnitsky. And Partizan, I was looking for them. They actually lost 2-1 away to Radnitsky Nice. Saldania's goal not enough. Okay, so that, I haven't missed any, no. That is that. I'll do a separate video on the Champions League, I think, because that's just finished and I'll wait for them to draw the knockout stages. So let's head over. We're leaving Europe now on the hour mark, and we're going to go over to Australia in the Asian Confederation. So we're going to be looking at Saudi Arabia, Korea and Japan as well, and the UAE. Okay, MacArthur are top, Brisbane 2nd, Wellier in 3rd, and to the bottom Western United. So Friday, Central Coast Mariners beat Western United 4-0, 4 different scorers. Melbourne beat Perth Glory 2-1 away from home. Arslan and Lecky with the goals. Well, he actually lost at home to Newcastle Jets 3-0. 2 goals for Stamatelopoulos. Sydney lost at home to MacArthur, Holman and Germain, I think it is, yeah, the Frenchman. Valère Germain. Oh, mind you, Redmayne, the goalkeeper, was sent off on the 15th minute, so that's not great. Brisbane beat Adelaide 2-0. Goals from Lofthouse and a penalty from O'Shea. And then Western Sydney lost home to Melbourne 4-3. Looks like a good game. And that's that for Australia at the moment. Saudi Arabia. Yeah, still playing. So Al Hilal still haven't lost a match. They're sort of getting away now, aren't they? 7 points at the moment. Over Al Nasser, Al Ahly are in 3rd, Al Ittihad in 5th, and Al Hazm down the bottom. Al Hilal beat Altay 2-1, goals from Mitrovic, penalty, and Al Dosari. Al Nasser beat Riyadh 4-1. Ronaldo, Otavio, and 2 from Talisca. And, well, Al Ahly could only get a 0-0 draw with Arrayed. Al Ittihad lost to Damac 3-1. But I saw them in the Club World Cup the other day against the New Zealanders, and I thought they looked really good. K-League is finished. We knew that Ulsan were going to be the champions. Incheon, however, have missed out on the Champions League. Oh, Gwangju, good for them, are 3rd. And relegated are confirmed as being Suwon Blue Wings' massive club. And Suwon and Gangwon are in the playoffs to go down. And that was brought about by Daegu beating Incheon 2-1. And Suwon could only draw with Gangwon 0-0. So the champions are Ulsan. And in the J-League, I believe this is finished. Yes, it has. Oh, wow. Okay, so Urawa Red Diamonds, current champions of Asia. They hold the Champions League. They are out of the Champions League, and they are not getting into any continental competition next year either. Big shock. Vissel Kobe have won it with their superstar team. Muto. Who else they got? Who do I recognise? Yuki Honda. Juan Mata. Ryosaki Saito. Kawasaki. Hidaka Adachi. Yeah, Muto up front. Jean-Patrick Lincoln. Actually, he's not as star-studded as he used to be. And Yokohama came 2nd. Relegated are Yokohama, so Kashiwa Reysol just avoided relegation. Vissel Kobe won their last game 1-0 against Gamba Osaka, who've changed their emblem, so I didn't recognise them for a second. And Kashiwa Reysol drew with Nagoya Grampus 1-1. Okay, the UAE. Al Wasl are top by 4 points. Shabab have got a game in hand, but they still can't come top. Al Ain are in third, and Hatta are down in last spot. Wasl only got a 2-all draw with Al Wahda. Al Jazeera lost 5-1 at home to Ashman. Shabab beat Emirates Club down the bottom 7-0 to Kosovo, Guilherme and Suhail. And Al Ain only drew 2-all with Al Ittihad Qalba. Oh, they had a player sent off. Oh, and they did as well. Chaos. Right, so that is Asia, and now we'll move on to the MLS, and I missed it. Oh, I forgot it was on Saturday. So commiserations to LAFC, they've reached their second final in as many years, and a big shout out to Chiellini, who retired at 39 years of age after this game. The way that Bale retired after this game last year. So Columbus Crew are the champions of the MLS, and they will be representing the USA in the Champions League, I think. So 2-1, Hernandez and Yeboah. I've been reading about the style of play that Columbus play, and it sounds very attractive. I was hoping to see the highlights before doing this video to talk about it a bit more, but I haven't got around to it, I am afraid. But I did read about it in general and about the coach's strategy, and apparently it's very nice football to watch. 62% possession, 1.9 expected goals, 14 shots, 5 on target, so yeah, sort of possession-based football sounds very nice. I'm a big fan of that as a Swansea supporter. So, massive congratulations to Columbus Crew, and looking forward to next season already. Liga MX. Now, where are we with this? Okay, so tomorrow we've got the first leg of the final. Tigres, my Tigres, against Club America, two massive teams. That's going to be fascinating. With the return leg in Mexico City, in that very famous and wonderful stadium. That is going to be on Monday, in the Estadio Azteca. Can't wait, that's going to be very exciting. So Tigres against Club America. And that's thanks to a aggregate win of 2-1 by Tigres over Universidad Nacional. Juan Pablo Vigon with the goal. And America actually lost to San Luis 2-0, but because they beat them away from home, surprisingly. 5-0, 2 goals from Valdez and 2 from Quiñones, 1 from Martin. And then in the other leg from Tigres, they beat them 1-0 away, Angulo. So yeah, that's going to be a very entertaining final, can't wait. Oh, two-part final, I should say. Canada's finished. Let's look at Honduras, who are also at the final stages. So the Olympia team, which has been, if you look at the table, it's been wiping the floor with everyone. No losses, an invincible season so far. They finished 15 points ahead of Marathon. But it is actually Motagua from 3rd spot that have made it to the final. So Olympia play away from home in the first leg, and in the second leg on the 22nd of December they are at home. So that's quite exciting. Olympia, yeah, they won their last game against Genesis 2-1. Bengtsson and Moya against 10 men. Okay, so that's coming to a close too. Those cups are finished. What else is finished is, and we're going to South America now from North America. So Serie A, the Brasileirão is finished, and we've had two massive things that have happened. One, Palmeiras have won it. Botafogo, who were miles ahead, like Newcastle back under Kevin Keegan, miles ahead. They've slumped to 5th. They completely lost their heads. Grêmio, who have not been in the top 3 for months, have come 2nd. Atletico, who were down here last month, are now in 3rd. And Flamengo are 4th. Botafogo are 5th, but the big news, of course, is the first ever relegation for Santos. So let me just put into context Santos. This is Pelé's team. This is the team of so many massive players. Neymar. And they have been relegated for the first time in their club's history. This is massive. They are one of the, I can't remember what they're called, the Big 6 or the Big 8. So it's like Liverpool being relegated or Man United. It's unthinkable. So yeah, they've gone down. What was their last result? Santos lost at home to Fortaleza with a 96th minute goal. Fortaleza finished 10th. Let's work it out. So they were drawing, right? Had they... I'm not sure if it goes to head, so I think maybe they were still down. I can imagine the scenes. I haven't seen the... Maybe they were pushing for a win and they got counter-attacked or something. Because I don't think a draw was enough. Looks to be an exciting match, actually. I'll watch the highlights later. And Grêmio beat Copa Libertadores winners Fluminense. 2 goals from, yes, Suarez. Fluminense flying off to Saudi Arabia to be in the Club World Cup next week. Botafogo lost to Internacional 3-1. Sao Paulo beat Flamengo. But Palmeiras only drew with Cruzeiro, and that was enough for them to win the league title. Because, what was Grêmio's result? Grêmio beat. But that wasn't enough. Okay, they were far enough ahead. Atletico actually managed to lose 4-1 to Bahia, but it didn't matter. So that's another year of the Brazilian League finished. Liga Profissional is already finished. And we are in the final of the Cup in Argentina. The Copa de la Liga, and Rosario Central are up against Club Atlético Platense. So River Plate did not make it. They went out on penalties to Rosario Central. That has surprised me. And Godoy Cruz lost to Club Atlético Platense. Where did they appear in the league then? So Rosario were 5th. And Platense came 4th. Wow, see, you can never predict a club, a cup fixture, can you? Good luck to those teams. So Primera División, that's finished as well. I think we need Huachipato. Did they? Oh, did they steal it right at the death? Cobresal were first, I'm sure they were. So Cobresal's result. They lost on Friday to Unión Española. And Huachipato beat Audax Italiano. So yeah, it switched around the last day. Oh, that's so upsetting for Cobresal. Well done to Huachipato. Colo Colo, massive club in third. As they have qualified for the Libertadores qualification stage. And Magallanes and Curicó Unido are relegated. Okay, on to Colombia. Where are we with this? So we have a champion. Millonarios. All the way to penalties over Atlético Nacional. Linares and Duque with the goals, but no red cards. It just went to penalties in the end. And Millonarios 1-3-2. They finished second. And Atlético Nacional finished third, so interesting, in the Clausura, they both qualified from down here, 7th and 8th. So, poor Rio Negro Aguilas didn't lose a game. And then got to the playoffs and just didn't win it. Crazy. And Uruguay, God, what is that? Aha, we have a final. Peñarol against Liverpool in 2 days' time. Good luck to both teams. We'll find out next week who the winner was. Unless they have faced each other, I'm not sure. This is confusing me. Because that seems to think they have. Oh. Is it a best of 3? So Peñarol won after extra time, then Liverpool won. So maybe they're playing each other again. Why not? So winner takes all. Peñarol or Liverpool. Where did they finish in the table? Oh, top 2, so that's fair. Although Liverpool finished 10 points ahead of Peñarol, so. And I don't think anyone gets relegated from this one. Cool. Okay, that is that. I'll be doing Champions League, Europa League and Conference League really soon. I'll try and stick in a video on the Asian Champions League as well and the Club World Cup. And lots of other things. So thanks ever so much for watching. This is a really long video now. But a couple of clubs are having a winter break and the others have finished their season, so for a couple of months this video is going to be a little bit shorter. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to click subscribe and also to like the video and to comment. And briefly, just in case you didn't know, I've got lots of other channels. So this is the football channel. I've got a Portuguese one, a Spanish one, one for maps, in English, Turkish, Russian, Dutch, Arabic, Nordic, so mostly Swedish, but also Danish, Finnish and Norwegian, and Italian and German. So if you didn't know and you want to go and subscribe to those channels, then go ahead. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget about my Patreon if you want to join that too, and I'll see you again really soon. And I'm so chuffed today, the big news of the day. I did a video looking at 442, and the official account of 442 commented on the video and was like, great video. So I was like, it's totally derailed my afternoon. I'm a bit starstruck. So thanks to everyone who's watched that video. It's obviously got back to them. So yeah, thank you very much. And I'll see you guys really, really soon. Take care. Bye bye.